In today's video clip, we're going to be talking about the WindowMaster WLA330 wind and rain sensor, how it hooks up, and how it operates in the WindowMaster environment. One of the important things to recognize about the WLA330 is that the wind sensor and the rain sensor are actually two independent sensors inside the same box. That's important to understand when you're in the wiring and hookup phase. On the control box side, it's pretty straightforward. You hook up to the X10 terminations. This is all represented in the cut sheet on the WCC 3X0 standard. It's the bottom block on the hookups. That will cover 99% of the WindowMaster configurations that we use at Solar Innovations. You'll see we have the two sections here. Those are what represent the wind sensor and the rain sensor and how they hook up to the X10 terminals in the 330. Just important to make sure you follow that. Unlike a lot of the other features in WindowMaster, these are hard programmed, so these cannot be swapped and then reconfigured. They will have to be correct to this drawing. Once they're hooked up, they do have a base program that's pre-configured that's pretty accurate. The way the wind sensor works is it's looking for a sustained wind for an X amount of time. The default is around 11 miles an hour for a certain amount of seconds. This is important so that we don't short cycle the motors, the same as the thermostat that's available, as well as the rain sensor on here. It's not looking for on-off. It does have time delays to make sure that wind doesn't just wash the water off the sensor, the window's shut, and then they just keep opening and closing. There is protection for that. One way to test that everything is working, you'll see I have this motor already partially away open. You can just put some fingers on the water, touch the rain sensor, and you'll see the motor automatically starts to close. It'll stay closed until that time delay is over, and it will go back to whatever state another control object does. The wind and rain sensor is not a standalone object. It does not tell the units to open. It only gives data to the system for programming options. You would still need either a manual switch or a thermostat to allow the open and closing of the unit. The wind and rain sensor is the device that allows your structure or windows to understand what's going on around it in terms of when you might want it to be closed. And you can even use multiple sensors and configurations if you have different faces of structures that are windward or leeward, or you regularly get storms off of the water and you want certain sides to do different things. Those are all programmable as well. But in general, the function is very straightforward. If this piece here gets wet, the unit will start to close to whatever that setting is. That safety setting does not need to be 100% closed. In programming, you can say come to 90% closed and still let it vented based on the thermostat or the manual switch. Or you can say, if it's raining at all, I want you to close. And the same for the wind. That sensor and that configuration is adjustable in the programming side of things. In a nutshell, that is how the WLA330 works.